BPTT's Going for Gold is brought to you in part by Ginseng Up, Sissons Paint, BMW, Mini, the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, Penta, and BPTT.
We greet you from a very wet, cold and windy Cardiff, Wales. As of the CNC3 crew, we are here following the Trinidad and Tobago athletes who are in camp here in Cardiff at the Vale Resort and Hotel. They are getting set and ready, of course, to compete at the upcoming London Olympics. And we are following what they're doing in the few days leading up to their competition in London. Well, as we said, it's cold in the region of about 15 degrees Celsius, but it's also wet and rainy. Even the Trinidad and Tobago flag flying on the flagpole outside the hotel appeared to be shivering in the early morning cold temperatures. Well, we arrived in Cardiff yesterday to spend some time with Team TNT, and several of the Trinidad and Tobago athletes yesterday had a bit of a media day over at the Cardiff University Stadium. They were met and interviewed by members of the Welsh media, and they also signed autographs and had some pictures taken with several school children and local volunteers. Yesterday as well, we met with Andrew Lewis, the Trinidad and Tobago sailor, and he, interestingly, went back to an area called Trail Lewis. Now, he told us he has some ancestral roots in Wales because his forefathers left Wales in the 1800s to come to the Caribbean, first to Barbados and eventually to Trinidad and Tobago. So he had an interesting visit back to that area called Trail Lewis, and he was interviewed by the BBC. He spoke to several of the school children in that area. Now, today Andrew leaves Cardiff as he heads to his competition venue of Weymouth. There he will check into the athletes village and start to get his boat ready, a brand new boat that he has to get ready for the start of competition in the Olympics on July 30th. Today as well, several Trinidad and Tobago athletes will be competing later this evening at about 7 o'clock Cardiff time in an athletic meet here at the Cardiff University. So they will be getting in some final preparations before the start of the Olympics. So why are they here? Why are they all the way in Cardiff and the Olympics taking place just about 3 hours east of here in London? Well, several years ago, the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee entered into a bit of an agreement with the authorities here in Wales to stage this pre-Olympic camp. And what this does is it brings them together to bond as a team. Remember, many of these athletes are all over the world, either at school or competing during various times of the year, and they hardly get a chance to come together and bond as a team. They will be representing proudly Trinidad and Tobago at the Olympics, a lifetime achievement for many of them, and this gives them the opportunity to get to know each other, a bit of an induction into the values of the Olympics and the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee and what's expected of them. They also get a chance to fit for their uniforms and what they are going to be wearing, especially on the night of the opening ceremony. And here at the Vale Hotel, they also have expansive training facilities, a pool, a track they can train on, a full gym, and they have lots of facilities laid out for them so they can be in prime physical and mental condition before they start the Olympic Games. This camp winds down on July 25th next week before they all move to London and check in at the Athletes Village at the London Olympics. So that's where we are right now in Cardiff with the athletes, checking in on their progress, and we will be filing morning reports every day and of course nightly reports on the CNC3 News at 7. So Hema, once again from Cardiff, where it's still very grey, very wet and very cold, we say good morning once again to you and to all our viewers, and keep viewing CNC3 as we follow Trinidad and Tobago's athletes going for gold at the London Olympics. I'm Roger Sant on behalf of my colleague Hank Williams, reporting to you from Cardiff, Wales.
BPTT's Going for Gold is brought to you in part by Ginseng Up, Sissons Paint, BMW, Mini, the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, Penta, and BPT.